Okay, so I thought today I'll take you through one of the lower body workouts that I'm doing currently to rebuild strength in and around my knee. It's one of the workouts that was set by my physio Mark. Yeah, hopefully you guys find this interesting and useful. And the plan is basically, if I get to the gym and it's quiet, I will do this mic'd up. If it's not quiet, then I'm gonna be doing it with a voiceover. You'll find out in the next few seconds when we roll into that next clip. But yeah, that's basically the plan, and I will talk you through the whole thing. So really excited to film this for you guys actually, because I haven't done a bit of content like this for quite some time. So hopefully, as I said, you find it useful. Let me know what you want to see next in this rebuild series as well. Any specific areas you want me to talk about or, give more insight into, then let me know in the comments. Also, I appreciate all the love on the videos so far. It's been really encouraging for me getting back into doing YouTube again, so thank you. And yeah, I'm excited to keep pushing content out for you guys. I will try and stick to the weekly content. I'm really pushing for every Sunday, but obviously life gets in the way, and I will still be getting the content out. If it's not once a week, it'll be every other week. But I'm working my hardest around everything else that I do to get the content out for you guys, so I appreciate your patience as well. And finally, just before we dive into this leg workout, at the end of the video, I've got a big announcement to make. So make sure you stick around for that, as I've been working on something for months and I'm super excited to announce what it is. And yeah, once you do see the announcement, please let me know your thoughts in the comments. And yeah, anyway, for now, let's dive straight into this lower body workout. Okay, so first and foremost, before I actually delve into the details of the session, I want to make sure I make a big disclaimer, which is I am not a qualified physio. This is not me telling you to do this workout to fix your knee injury or any other injury. This is simply me showing you the workout that I'm doing at the moment to recover from my knee injury. So if you are injured, make sure you go see a qualified professional, a physio, or someone that can help you through that injury. This is simply to give some more insight into my training and show you what I'm doing to recover from my specific injury. So annoyingly today, I didn't film the full warm-up purely because the gym was really busy when I got there, and I basically feel like everyone wants to kill me when I'm filming in there, and also just feel a bit awkward about getting people in the shot. So I always try my best not to do that. And just after I filmed this clip, a few people came into the shot, and then that space that I was in was not suitable. So instead, I've just put some clips, some old clips up here so you can see the movements that I did. And basically all of these movements are just going to be good ways for you to make sure that all the muscles that you're going to be using during the workout are fired up and ready for the workout. My favorite movement for a warm-up are these banded side steps. If I'm short on time, I'll do these every single time just because it gets my glutes fired up, and being someone that struggles with glute activation, it feels good to have those ready before I start any other exercise. So typically speaking, I will start every leg workout with a leg press. I struggle a lot with my lower back, and that's mainly down to the imbalances that I've got, specifically my glutes, my core, my hip flexors. So it's just not worth the risk for me at the moment. So I always stick with a leg press, as it's a good way for me to ensure that I'm not gonna mess my back up. I absolutely love the leg press anyway. I feel like it's such an effective exercise. And actually what I often will do is change my foot position slightly. So maybe one set it will be a little bit narrower and the focus will be more on my quads. And then the next set, it will be slightly wider, a little bit higher up with my toes pointing outwards, and I'll be focusing a little bit more on my glutes. So next up, we have these Cossack squats. Now, something that's gonna be really common throughout this whole workout is utilizing unilateral movements, i.e. working one side at a time. Now, the reason that this is gonna be great, especially if you're someone that likes to run or is struggling with a knee injury, it's ultimately gonna help you with imbalances. When we use both limbs at the same time, allows our stronger sides to overcompensate for our weaker sides, and this can lead to imbalances. So by focusing down onto single leg movements or single arm movements, if you're doing upper body, can really help eradicate that issue of imbalances and allow your body to focus solely on that side and ultimately build up the areas which are weaker. And as you can see here, whilst I'm doing these step downs, that is exactly the focus. One of the reasons I absolutely love doing step downs as well, I say love, they're pretty tough, even though I'm not even doing them with a weight, is they firstly will focus on stability. So as I'm lowering myself down, I've really got to try and keep my knee and my legs stable. And one thing to note as well whilst I'm doing that is I'm trying not to let my knee collapse inwards. So if you struggle with knee pain, you might be someone that has poor glute activation and stability in your hips, which mean when you run, your knee will slightly bend inwards, and that can cause stress on your knees. So basically the goal here is to make your lower body more stable so that when you're taking those strides out on your runs, your quads, your glutes, your hamstrings are all holding your legs in the right position. So yeah, here, as you can see, I am doing some single leg hamstring curls. And again, for the exact same reason, this is gonna really just help work on imbalances and make sure both sides are as strong as each other and able to do what they need to do to keep your knees and lower body safe and prevent injury. And this exercise here is a great stability builder because basically you have to really control your planted leg to make sure that you can do the movement without toppling over. So doing exercises like these cable hip flex and knee ups is going to be crucial for not only building strength in your hip flexors, but also improving your efficiency when you're out running and stability, because as you can see here, I have to keep my left leg really stable in order to do this movement effectively. And whilst I'm doing that as well, similarly to the lateral step downs, I have to really focus on not letting my knee collapse in and keep my glutes and hips engaged. This is going to really help to stabilize your pelvis, which will ultimately reduce the stress on your knees. Next up, we have these single leg calf raises, and I want to talk through my form a little bit here to explain what I'm doing. So it does kind of look like I'm doing both at the same time, but I'm not. One side is assisting the other side, and basically by doing it like this, I've always found that I can get a far deeper contraction just by having my other side there to almost assist my working side and make sure I'm getting that full range of motion. So this is how I typically like to do it. I'm never actually engaging my resting side. I'm just using it to give it a little assistance to ensure that I'm getting a full contraction. And yeah, my calves felt so tight within about 2 minutes of doing this. So I basically started off with a dumbbell on each side and then did body weight to finish off. So I did 3 sets of that. And then finally, we've got the tibialis raise. This is basically the go-to exercise for anyone that's dealing with shin splints. And if you want to prevent getting shin splints, then I'd highly recommend doing this. Basically your shin muscle that you're working. And yeah, this is a very key exercise for runners. So make sure you're getting this in your routine. It's going to help with your foot placement as well when you're out running, and also just balance your lower leg muscles. So yeah, this is a really good one, and one that I do at the end of every leg workout. Right, okay, so that was the leg workout. I hope it was useful to see the kinds of exercises that I'm doing to sort of get my knee back to where I want it to be. And as I said before the workout started, I am not a qualified physio, so this is just what I'm doing and the types of exercises that I'm doing to get my knee back to full strength, and a little bit of information as to why I'm doing those exercises. So please do not think, if you've got a knee injury, that this is the perfect workout for you. Go see a professional and make sure you've got qualified advice before you do anything like trying to do a workout. So I just want to reiterate that. But as I said at the start of the video, I have a big announcement, and now it's time for me to tell you what that is. So as you guys know, for the last 6 to 8 months, I've had multiple ups and downs, as I'm sure lots of you watching have had yourselves. But for me, during that time, I really have found a new perspective on how I want to move forwards with my life, with my training, with everything. A new appreciation for things that I have, and more of a drive for things that I want to achieve moving forward. So for the last 4 to 5 months, I have been working super hard to make the best one-to-one coaching service possible. I have a new platform that I'm launching, and I've also got a new, very exciting element to my coaching offering, which I think is pretty unique and is also very much related to my own personal situation this year. And that is, I am launching the new one-to-one coaching service with a qualified physio in-house. It is the physio that I have been working with personally for the last 6 months to get my knee back to full strength. And he is insane. He's also worked with Annie and got her from literally not being able to go on like a walk longer than 5 minutes 3 years after she got that initial injury, to in the space of 6 months being in the best shape of her life and back to doing the things that she loves to do the most. So he has honestly been a game changer for us, and I wanted to be able to create a service which can really be a holistic coaching experience for my clients and offer absolutely everything, so there's not anyone who can't get involved with the coaching. So with that being said, I'm going to be launching the new one-to-one coaching service with the new phase of training, which is called the rebuild phase. It's quite literally the phase of training that I've been going through myself to get myself back to full strength. And what I find most amazing about the rebuild phase, and what I've realized over the last 6 months, is that everyone could do with going through a rebuild. It doesn't even have to be something physical, it could be something mental. For me, one of the biggest hurdles I've had to overcome this past year has been mentally dealing with situations that have been out of my control. And I think for me, I've had a big realization of how much control we really do have over how we feel about certain situations. And I think that is also really important to me, and a big element of this rebuild phase. It's a mindset shift and a way for us to reframe how we look at situations so that we can adapt to anything that life throws at us. So whether your goal is to build muscle, burn fat, or you want to get into hybrid training or recover from an injury, it's going to be completely bespoke to you. So it doesn't matter what your goal is, where you are, and what you want to achieve. I will work with you personally to make sure that you achieve your goals. So yeah, I'm buzzing about this. It's a very personal project to me because of the situation that I've been going through this past year. And I'm excited to be able to share what I've learned with you guys and hopefully work with you one-on-one to get you back on track and where you want to be as well. So that's the announcement, guys. I'm going to put a link in the description box below so you can register your interest. I've literally worked so hard today to get this video filmed, edited and up. I haven't changed. I've missed the Formula One, but I needed to get this video up for you guys. So I'll actually be announcing it tomorrow on my Instagram, and then the launch and sign-ups will be available from Thursday. But if you register your interest from this video, I will give you early access. Anyway, guys, that's the announcement. I appreciate you watching if you made it this far. Thank you so much for your support, and I hope I'm able to work with some of you one-on-one. And yeah, if you've got any questions or any requests for content, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.